Hello, welcome to Let's Simmer Down, the podcast. I'm Robert Simmer, and joining me today is Cassie Marks.
Hey!
Hey girl, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today.
So, I heard you have a fever.
I do, yes. I woke up this morning and boom, it hit me. I was like, where am I? I seriously thought like I had died or something. Like, I felt like I was in like the place between heaven and hell, like just where the ghosts live and
Not
whatnot.
quite Cloud 9, but not even on
Yeah,
Earth.
exactly. Exactly how it was. But then I saw my parents and I was like, never mind, I'm not dead, I'm just sick. Yeah, so that was that. What'd you do this morning?
Oh, this morning was terrible. We had my superintendent come over from my house, or whatever the name is. We're renting my house, so he had to fix our water problems and whatever, and he was making a hell ton of noise. That's why I didn't do this earlier.
Oh my god, yeah. I was basically just like eating ice cream and watching movies all day, so
Oh,
I've been
lucky.
chilling.
See, if I did that, I would get super, super fat.
Well, I kind of am.
So, do you want to tell everybody how we, got to know each other?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's think. Well, I remember we had gym class this one day, right?
Yeah.
And I really don't remember, like, introducing myself. Like, it was really, like, boom, we're friends. Like,
Yeah.
that's how it happened.
I think it was, I knew Vicky, and then we ended up, like, I went out over and talked to her, and then I just ended up being in that whole group, talking to you and the other girls. So I think that's how it happened, but anyway.
Yeah, all I remember was I was on the bikes for working out with the teacher yelling at us, saying,
Yes.
like, we're not working out hard enough.
We'll
blah, blah,
talk
blah.
about
I'm
that
gonna give
later,
you a 0.
too.
Like, okay. And then I look up, and then there you are. There's Vicky, there's Tammany, and there's Swan, and then we're all there in a group, and then we're all connected. Like,
Yeah, it was really weird because I was new and like I didn't really have any people to talk to during gym class, so I was like, oh, so like what should I do? And then Vicky started talking to me, and I was like, oh, okay, this person will talk to me. How about these people? And like we got all together.
yeah.
It was fun though.
It was really, really fun. Except for the fact that she did fail us, so...
Yeah, she one day we I forget, was it last week? I think it was last week.
Yeah, I think so.
We took turns riding bikes, and so me and Cassie, we were like, okay, I'll ride first, you ride afterwards. And so I rode like a mile, and what did you ride? I don't even remember.
I rode less than you. I rode probably like 0.3 miles. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't do much work. I don't blame that she failed me, but like she failed you. Like, you actually rode a mile and like a half.
Yeah. So
And I don't like the fact that she blamed us for not doing the work when there's not enough bikes in the room. Like,
yeah, there's about 30 kids in a like really small room. Like, I'm talking small, and it has like only maybe 20 bikes and stuff.
probably. There's probably about 20 bikes. And she expects all of us to do something, but she doesn't want us lifting weights on yoga balls. Well, what else are we supposed to do? Stand around, we wait our turns. That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
And then she completely flips out the next day. It's not even like it was that day. It's not like she gave us a warning like, hey, you guys need to be working out or something like that. She just, boom, failed us.
Yeah, I know. I saw her talking to two girls. Like, I was like, oh god, she's trying to get our names, because I saw her pointing at us. I was like, what the hell is your problem?
Oh,
Like,
man.
and then I went to talk to the girls, and they're like, oh, she was just asking your names. And I'm like, yeah, do you know why she was asking our names? And she was like, no, I just told her your names. And I was like, well, guess what? You just failed us, so thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Fuck off, like.
I roll, like.
I know, right?
Ah.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
she has all those pregnancy hormones
Yeah.
going on.
Every single teacher in our school is pregnant. I am not
so
kidding
true.
you. Like, it was like everybody decided to have a knock-up party.
Exactly. Like, all the teachers got together. Oh,
I don't even want to think about it right now.
No.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Clear that out of our mind.
Oh, the thought. It's hurting me.
Yeah.
But, yeah, my English teacher,
Do not name
social
names,
studies
by the way. Because one of my friends got in trouble for tweeting about one of their teachers, so don't name names.
I won't name names. But did they seriously get in trouble?
Like, they seriously got in trouble. Like, they were written up to the office and everything. I think it was you-know-who. Geography teacher.
Oh, yeah, well, everybody should tweet at her. I mean, whatever they tweeted was true, so...
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. It was positive and negative at the same time, which I was like, wait, how could you do that? But, like, you know, that's what happened, so, I mean, can't do much about it.
No, but she has been flipping out a lot.
Yeah, and, like, she's blaming everything on her baby, too. Have you noticed that? Like, she's pregnant, too. She's been blaming everything on her baby.
Yeah, she has. Like, shoot, what did she do? It's, like, escaping my mind, but she did something extremely rude for our class. Like, it was really, really rude. And then she was like, my bad, it's my baby. Like,
no way.
No, it was you. Like, what?
I know,
what are you trying to do?
And me coming into the school really late, I didn't really have the connection, so I was like, oh, she's such a great teacher and all that, but now I'm like, wait a minute, she's a total bitch. And, but whatever. So what else do you want to talk about? How about you pick the next topic? Oh, you know what? Flappy Bird. Let's just talk about that for a minute.
Flappy Bird, I think, yes. Let's talk about that.
Okay. So the fact that they deleted it out of the App Store is super stupid.
It is.
Like, if you're not... I understand them not wanting to have anything to do with it, but don't delete it. Like, people can still go and get it. And... I actually was reading about this online. Everybody was getting super depressed about it and killing themselves over it.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard the owner killed themselves over it.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, how can this one game, like, I have the equivalent, Flappy Miley. Oh my god, best game ever. Just telling you right now. And I am like, I know it's hard and it gets difficult, but, like, you can't really do anything about it. That's just the way the game is. That's what a game is supposed to be, difficult and challenging,
Yeah, I'm not sure if, like, other people killed themselves over it, though, but people were getting really, like, frustrated and depressed about it, but I think just the owner or the creator of Flappy Bird killed themselves.
Now, did you hear about people selling their phones for, like, $20,000 or something?
Yes, I did, and I actually did go on eBay to see some things that have been sold, and I see this drawing that is the equivalent of a circle with, like, a triangle for a beak, and then, like, lines for pipes, and that was sold for over $20.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. Like, a 3-year-old drew it, and it was sold for a lot of money.
Oh my god. And so you're an owner of a Flappy Bird game.
I am. I decided not to delete it.
Do not. Like,
I'm not going to, and I'm actually thinking about selling my phone.
Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Well, it's worth it to you.
I could get the phone for the same cost, or much, much, much less, and be able to get out with, like, a $5,000 profit.
See, the funny thing is, me and one of my friends had talked about this. The game is only good when you have it on your account. Like, if you bought that phone and it had it on there, but it was on somebody else's account, and you had to delete it, you can't go back and get it. And you just bought a useless phone. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
That's very true. And the thing is that like the Apple IDs and stuff like that, they're attached to like your credit card,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so the person, they can basically go on and get all your information.
I know, right? And like that scares me by itself. The fact that you need a credit card to go on to the Apple Store to get free games. I think you should only have to use your credit card if you want to buy a game, and it won't save it.
Exactly.
It's so stupid.
It really is. I ended up getting an Apple ID, and they don't allow you to use the same credit card for two different accounts.
Yeah, did you notice that? My
Yeah,
mom
I
has
did.
one and I have one because she has an iPad and I have an iPad and an iPhone. So she's like, "Oh, you could just use mine since we're gonna like it's not worth getting two." But then I tried to put it in and it was like invalid, and it said like invalid, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, and that really was really frustrating. The iMessage has been really bad for me. I mean, my messages have been sent to my dad's iPad, and he'll read it. He'll read the messages from my friends, and like that's not good at all. You know, teenagers and teenage talk. It really isn't good.
Yeah, I noticed that with my iPad. Like, I carry my iPad and my iPhone with me now on because all my messages go right to my iPad. I hate that too. That your iPhone and your iPad can't be two separate devices. They have to be one full device. It's so stupid. It really is.
I think it's a bug actually with the Apple. I was really into Apple, but then all of a sudden, like, they wouldn't adapt to, like, the new ideas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, on the laptops, they don't have a camera on the other side of the screen.
Mm-hmm. So
Which
that you could turn
that
it
actually
around.
really bothers me.
I think that would be actually really cool to have a camera on the front of the laptop.
Hmm.
I don't know why. It seems like a really good idea. Like, the iPad has it. Why can't the actual computers have it?
And why can't they make the screens touch screens or taking off the screen from it?
Yeah.
So you don't even need to buy an iPad and a laptop. You could just have the laptop and then detach it from the keyboard.
Like what Windows is doing.
Exactly. They aren't adapting to what's going on new.
Yeah. I mean, like, I know that most people want to have a tablet rather than a full-on computer. So, they'll go and buy one of those detached things so that it's a computer and a laptop, and they can still do like Microsoft and stuff. Like, we can't do Microsoft on our tablets.
And you have to pay for it if you want it on your laptop.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like, I know a student would go and pay for it.
Of course, I do. It's very necessary, and the Pages just doesn't cut it.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
I think the school needs to update their computers too.
Yeah, they have my computer has really old. They're almost the exact same as what we have at our school. So, like, they're really old.
They are. They're really slow. And their laptops, have you ever used the cows, the computer on wheels?
Yeah, I hate those. They need to update those. They're too small.
Took about 10 minutes to log on.
Yeah. They're too small. They're too slow. Like, I know that they don't need, like, super big laptops, but, like, I could barely type. I had to go, like, put all my fingers together.
Yeah,
it was really weird. I hated it. I hate it. My one teacher, she has MacBooks in there. And so she uses MacBooks, and she's like, I hate these MacBooks. You can't even print from them. You can't share from the data onto the school network or anything. It's its own network, and I agree with her.
I do too.
Yeah.
They're in the library now, and the library's letting you check out iPads.
They are? To take home?
To take home. Like, you can take them home.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, really. It's I think, whatever version, like the oldest version with a camera.
Oh, okay. So that would be, I don't think that would be the one.
It's definitely not the one. I have the one that doesn't have a camera.
I have the 2.
On the front.
The 2's the one that has the front and the back camera.
Okay. Oh, wait. My iPad 1 doesn't have a camera on the front or the back.
It doesn't?
It doesn't. That's so weird.
Oh my god, that... Can I tell you, one Christmas when I got my iPad, the original iPad that I had gotten was probably the first generation. It did not have a front or back facing camera. So that's the whole reason we bought it, because I was FaceTiming with people and, Skyping and all that. So I wanted to, get something that I could use, FaceTime with. And so my parents were like, when I opened it, I was like, now don't think I'm being inconsiderate or, that being spoiled or anything, but there's no camera on this iPad. And they're like, what are you talking about? There's no camera. We checked. There's a camera. And I'm like, are you sure? And I showed them, and there was no camera.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would have returned that too.
We did. So we actually went out to King of Prussia, all the way out there, on the day after Christmas. Just think about that a minute. Think of Black Friday times 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Only people aren't trying to kill each other.
It's true.
So, it's like, it's the holidays, and so they're like, oh yeah, hi, and like, I'm getting that, like...
Yeah, like, you'll kill each other over it. Like, oh, I want that pair of shoes. No, I want that pair of shoes. Well, too bad, you're dead now. So, snap, snap, you're dead.
Snap, snap. Okay. So I wanted to ask you, I think this will be a segment that I'm gonna do. What has been your song of the week? Like, what's the most listened to song this week that you've been listening to?
Well, let me go on my iPad and go on top 25 and see what it is.
I'm gonna go look at mine too, because I don't remember.
Alright, you go to, okay, top 25 most page.
Oh my gosh! Okay, since you're looking still, I'm gonna say mine, alright?
Alright.
Counting Stars by One Republic, from the Native Deluxe Version album. I think that is such a great song. I'm surprised, because I usually am like a Demi Lovato person, so I would either have Warrior, or Heart Attack, or Made in the USA as my first song pick. But second song pick is Bleep Up by Shane Dawson.
I love that song. Love him.
Did not even mean to turn that on.
Alright. Mine is... Wait. The first one that popped up is Sally's Song by Amy Lee.
Okay.
It's from the album Nightmare Revisited from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I don't know why that's my top song. Actually, I do know why. Because my ex was talking about how much they love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to buy the soundtrack and, get accustomed to it. Cause,
Yeah.
because it's their favorite movie of all time. And I wanted to be like, yeah, I totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Try and make them feel like, oh, I let that go.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's that. But my actual top song probably is Imaginary by Evanescence.
Girl, love you. I love Bring Me to Life by them. I've been obsessed with that song ever since my dad's a big Evanescence fan. Don't judge me. We listen to it all the time in the car. He has like 3 CDs or something. I don't remember what he said, but like, it's such a great song. I can't get over, I don't like that screamo type stuff, but like, I can get behind Evanescence and be like, yeah, I like your songs and all that. So, I mean, yeah.
See, I'm a big fan of, like, metal music. I am.
Yeah.
I'm really behind that, and I really like Evanescence because they're not, like really, like, you know what I mean? Like, metal, like, deathcore. They're not like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They're like a step below that, and I really like that because it's a woman and she like combines opera with hard rock, and I
Yeah.
just love it.
So, is there any topics that you wanted to talk about? That you pick one?
I don't think so.
What happened this week? Oh, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this, about the fights that are going on.
Oh, I think we're allowed to talk about it if we don't use names.
And I like, as long as we're not provoking it, I'm guessing, is how. Okay. Do you know anything about it? I know a little bit.
I know a little bit too. I know that there was 3 or 4 fights that broke out in the past week in our school. And I heard that people had to go to the hospital, and some went to juvie. I heard that too.
Yeah.
All because of these fights that just kept breaking out. And then, but we can talk about the announcement later. But what do you know about the fights?
I actually had just missed the first punch. Like, I was walking down the hallway of the one fight, and like right behind me, I hear smacking of skin, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? Like, what happened? What just happened? And so there's like 4 teachers around me. I'm like, I see the teachers like running by, and I'm like, what is going on? So one of my math teachers actually got a shiner from one of the students. Yeah. So she, she has this giant shiner. She's like coming to school, and I'm like, you should just stay home, considering that a kid just punched you. That's not like, and it's not a pretty sight. I love you, and you're awesome and everything, but it's not a pretty sight.
It's not. I heard that she had to get stitches too.
She did.
Oh my god. How many?
I think it was 4.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And she was telling me how when she went to the doctor's office, she was like, so a kid punched me, and so that's what happened. And the doctor's like, what school do you work at? Like, you know?
Really? You think that it's from like downtown Philly or something?
I know, right? And I went, before she even finished her story, I just laughed right after that, because I was like, oh, if you only knew. Like, but yeah, so then the announcement, was it Thursday or Friday? I think it was Friday.
It was Friday, yeah.
Yeah, Friday. The principal came on and was like, if you're provoking these fights, we are investigating you, and you could get in serious trouble, like suspension, and that they had police coming in and like investigating all these fights and stuff. Like, what else did he say? I don't remember.
He said that if you know anything about it, come down to the office, and for the people who didn't do anything, keep the peace. And for the people who were involved in all the fights that happened,
you better watch out.
You better watch your back. Like, that's what he said.
That's seriously what he said.
Yeah, I was almost ready for him to say, I will find you.
I will hunt you down. Well, see, a lot of people in my class, I was in my geography teacher's class at the time. So, a lot of the kids in the class were like, oh, we're not coming to school on Monday. Like, that's what they thought he was going to come on the announcements for. Or that they were going to go home early, because I think it was snowing really bad.
It was, yeah.
I don't remember. But, like, I was like, you're so stupid. Like, why would he do that? It's like only one more period and before we go home. It's so stupid.
And then when we got to 7th period, we're dismissed early.
No, that wasn't this Friday.
Was it?
No, that was last week. Last week we were dismissed early because of snow.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, it was last Friday. I remember that.
Yeah, it was
'Cause
like 5 minutes before we actually get dismissed. It's like, seriously?
I know,
Like, that
right?
does nothing.
I'm like, why? What's the point? They were mostly doing it because of the students who drive,
Right.
but like, what's the point?
I know, and my teacher was just giving us the answers to the homework that I didn't do. So I was gonna write down the answers and give it in tomorrow for late. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like, she was giving us the answers, but she didn't get to finish because we were dismissed.
So you had to finish it on your own.
Work, so much work.
So much. So that Pinterest project, we got an A on it,
Really?
A++. Yeah, our teacher loved it, and she thought it was very creative. Yeah, it was cool. We had to do a project on the Vietnam War, and so we thought of Pinterest as the idea. And of course, Cassie's like, I want in.
I literally said that. You texted me, you were like, oh, I'm not really doing much, just working on Pinterest. And I was like, I want in. I need it.
Yeah.
So we went down to the library, and we're sitting at the table, and the people next to us, they're just goofing off. I swear to God, they were provoking the librarian.
Yes.
I could have sworn that the librarian was going to come up to them and then just hit them. Like,
yeah.
She was screaming, but it was so funny. And you and Laura were sitting there talking about where you sit in your geography teacher's class.
Yeah.
When she's just screaming, and I'm just sitting there like, would you guys shut up?
Yeah, we went down there to read, but we never really did.
No, not at all. It was so funny. Because she was just screaming. And the guys, previously, like before you got there,
yeah.
I think it was like the day before or something like that, me and Laura were sitting on a table, and a guy decides to play Flappy Bird with the volume all the way up.
In the library?
In the library. And he's like, who's playing Flappy Bird? It was so funny.
It's funny how all the there's that one older librarian, and she like knows every game, like Candy Crush and Temple Run.
She knows all the sounds.
I know, right? It's so funny.
Creepy.
It's so funny. And so, like, whenever something comes on that she recognizes, she always has to say something about it.
Yeah, she's like, is that Candy Crush?
Yeah. What level are you on? Like, I'm like...
It's so funny. Like, how many did you get on Flappy? Like...
Yeah, I know, right?
But it's not even like she's asking. Like, she'll yell at you first, but then it'll be like 3 seconds later, like an awkward silence, and she'll be like, so, what level are you on?
So how about we talk a little bit about your channel?
Oh, sure, my channel.
Yes.
It's Bridget Victoria Bree, and I basically just talk about getting through the day. Like, when people are upset and depressed, and I just want them to know that they're not alone for things that they faced. And I'm here for them, and a lot of people are too. And I actually posted my story, like, you know how people have those
drama lives.
Yeah, those cards, like they write it on and they flip the card. I had it on there, but I ended up having to delete it after a relative saw it.
Oh. And
that did not go down well. But I'm just glad that my message got out, and people actually ended up like kicking me and saying like, hey, it helped a lot, and I was like, oh. So that in itself just was great. You can go check it out. It was at Bridget Victoria Bree, and yeah. So
where'd that name come from?
Well, I actually wanted to have something with the initials BVB.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the band's Black Veil Brides. So that's how I got the name, and I wanted to actually change my name because I don't like my name at all. Mm-hmm. Cassie Marks. But yeah, so I decided to do that.
What was I gonna say? I don't even remember. Brain block. Can you believe how fast this year's going already? It's March 1st.
Oh my god. It scares me.
It does. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in high school. I'm in, like, my 9th grade year. Oh my god, I have only 3 more years. Like, you know?
Yeah, and then it's college. Yay.
Then it's college, and then it's out in the real world, and then I'm, like, gonna be 50, and then I'm gonna be...
and you're gonna die.
Then I'm gonna die. I have, like, 1 foot in the grave already. Like, you know? I think about that all the time, and I don't know if it's, like, depression or anything, but I think about it all the time, like, how like, this can change my life, how what I do now can change my life, I should say. So, I mean, like, can't do anything about it, of course, but...
Yeah, it's just scary to think about, like, how things won't be the same and how people will move on. Like, that scares me, too.
Yeah, like, the people that are at my school, they don't want to talk to me. They moved on. They're like, don't need him.
I hate that feeling. I actually moved schools, too. I mean, it was really earlier on, but it still affects you, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I moved from 1st grade to 2nd grade at our school currently,
Mm-hmm.
in the elementary school, I should say. And just the people from my old school, just whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
I really didn't hear from any of the kids I was friends with anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just really sad, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that you're not going to VOTEC next year with us, with me and Vicky.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, they don't really offer a course that I would want to take.
What do you want to take?
Architecture.
Oh, they have something. They, I forget what it was called. Graphic arts, that would really help with architecture.
It would.
Yeah.
Then again, our school also has, like, the CAD programs, the computer-aided drafting design.
Yeah.
I took CAD 1, and I loved it.
You made an RV.
I did make an RV. And I totally wish, like, you could see the screen, like, because I have it, and it's amazing. I will say, it is amazing.
We, yesterday, before we recorded this, we did, like, a little mic check and everything to make sure, see how this would work, and, we talked about the most random things. I don't even remember what we did. Oh, your singing career, and like, the RV, and how like, your parents were realtors, and how I went to the one person's house and just knocked on the door and was like, hey, can I see the inside of your house?
Yeah. And how I walked up to somebody's RV and I was just like, hey, can I see?
Yeah, it's we're weird, just to tell you. But yeah, it's...
I think weird's not the right word. I'd call us fearless.
Fearless.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I saw, we went to the Berkshire Mall yesterday. I saw a sweater that said flawless, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get that, but it was like, it wasn't in my size, it was in a woman's size, and if I would have gotten it in my size, like, the chest area would have been really big.
Right. Oh, I feel your pain. There's a lot of stuff in the guys section where I really, really want to get it.
Yeah.
But I can't. Because it won't fit me right.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Like, I think, like, I always say to myself, oh, I can just go and get it, like, tailored up or something. And I'm like, no, it doesn't look right. Like, I need to get it in my size. Like, it's weird. It's just weird. That's all.
Mm-hmm. I totally get you there.
Yeah. So, do you want to call Tierney?
Yes, we should.
Time with Tierney. Okay, so I told one of my other friends that we were going to call her during the podcast and ask her a random question. Let's think of a question while I get her number up.
We should do the star 67. Is it star 67 now, or did they change it?
I have no clue.
But we should star 67 her and prank call her.
Here, let me get... I don't have her number memorized, so let me get a pen.
I have her number. I can
You
just
do?
read it off to you.
Okay.
Oh, wait. You're going to have
Yo,
to
you
read that.
cannot.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you
Never
can't.
mind. Never mind.
Forget
Let's
that
all not call
idea.
it tyranny. Let's not do that.
Let's not do that to her.
That'd be awful.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Creepers would be calling her. Not that your followers are creepers. I love you guys.
Oh my god, the stupid phone. That's a weird number.
Oh, I know. Isn't it weird? It has like all those... I almost said a number.
Yeah, I know. Oh, where is it? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna put her on speaker. Hopefully she's like in the mood to talk.
She's probably like just waking up.
What's the question?
I don't know. What should we ask her?
Here, I'm gonna end this real quick. What are we gonna... We need to ask her something that she would be like, wait a minute, what? Like,
Yes,
shocked to
like,
hear. I don't even know. Something funny.
If your child...
That's like the worst start of a sentence from you. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, we're like, if your child came out as a different race, what would you name it?
Okay.
And what would you do?
Alright.
And think, too, because, I mean, come on, like, what guy, like,
I might not get service down here. Oh, is it getting it? Oh yeah.
Here we
yeah.
go. Hello?
Hi, Tierney.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, I'm in the middle of my podcast.
Okay.
And me and Cassie want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you want to say it?
I'll say it, sure. Can she hear me?
Yeah, can you hear her?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Tyranny. If you were to have a baby of a different race, what would you do? What would you name him? What would you think? And what guy were you with?
I don't know. Probably name him Tyshawn. Probably.
I think I know what race.
African American.
Yeah, girl. You get that African American.
What would you name him?
What would you name him again?
Tyshawn.
Tyshawn?
Tyshawn, I like it. And what guy were you with?
In specific, I don't even know. Like,
We need to
Your
get
baby
you on
math
one of
teacher.
these.
I would love to be on one of these.
Awesomeness. Yeah, but me and Cassie are just having a great time. We've been talking for about 40 minutes now.
Wow.
Yeah. So, thank you for letting me call you and embarrass you.
No problem.
I owe you one, okay?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye,
Bye,
Bobby.
Tyranny.
Bye, Cassie.
See you in school.
Oh gosh, I love those calls. I wanted to actually tell you something before we wrap this up.
Sure.
We were in chorus. I don't know if I told you about this. We were in chorus yesterday, and our teacher wasn't there. So we went in the back of the auditorium, and we were doing like a study hall type thing. I'm sitting on the ground texting, and my Tyranny, Jess, and Bree all come up, and they start stealing my shoes off my feet. Like, they pull my shoes off my feet, and then they start running around, and I, of course, chased after them. I'm like, what the hell? Like, so, they went into the girls' bathroom. They stopped me at the border. Like, you know, there's no way.
Oh, my God.
And, Tierney stopped after a while, and she like was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like, you know, she was the sweetest. And so Jess and Bree, though, they go inside the girls' bathroom, pull a lot of what is it called? The
Toilet paper?
No, not that. The paper towels. Sorry, my mind's a blank. Paper towels, and they crumple it up and put it in my shoe.
Ew.
So when Tierney goes in, she's recording. I'll show you the video later. She's recording, and they're like putting the stuff in the shoe, and then a teacher walks in because like she wanted to go to the bathroom, and she was like, "Why are you out here in your bare feet? I mean, like in your socks and stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, my friends have my shoes, and they're in there, and they won't give it back to me. But I have Bree's shoe, so she has to come out sooner or later." Like, you know. And she's like, she went in and she's like, "Give Bobby back his shoes." And like, she was yelling at them, and then she yelled at Tierney for recording it in the girls' bathroom.
Oh my god.
And I felt so bad because I was like, you know what, you need to get this on camera because this is hilarious as F in front, you know, like, you know.
Yeah, totally.
And so she turns it off, but then after a while she turns it back on and like hides. And I'm like swearing, like, oh my gosh, I had like a trucker mouth for a few minutes.
That is priceless. Who were you truckering at?
I was truckering at Jess, which was the one who was like the first one to steal my shoe and would not give it back to me. And like, I love her to death. She's amazing. She's like awesome. But like, she can be really mean.
Wait, is this Jessie?
Yeah. No, wait.
With the long brown hair?
It's not long. It's like down to here. Oh, well, I guess it's semi-long. I don't, she has a best friend named Bree. I'll tell you Bree's last name later.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because we have like 50 billion Brees.
Yeah, there's like a million of them in our school. So.
It's true. In my grade alone, I think there's about 15.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 9th.
Oh, so we both have 15
Oh my
Brees.
god, yeah. And then in 10th grade, there's like, you know.
Yeah.
That Bree.
No, it's 11th.
She's in 11th?
Yeah, she was in 11th.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They all know who you're
way.
talking back, so you don't even need to be like, yeah, that Bree. Like, you know, they know. Breakups are hard. They really are. But I'm pretty much over it now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Breakups suck so bad.
They really do. Especially when I like gave her stuff to just have that were mine so that she didn't get like tired or bored. I mean, like not tired or bored, but like lonely and depressed and stuff. She could just pick that up and be like, "Oh, this is Bobby's," you know. And I had some of hers, but then there was that awkward moment when I went up to her doorstep and I was like, "Can I have all my shit?" And I'll give you I'll give you your shit. It was like in a cardboard box. It was like one of those breakup movies. Like, you know, here. Okay. Bye.
That's how
like,
my
you
last
know.
breakup. I was at school, right? And I was giving back his stuff. And he just ended up basically right in front of me said, "Oh, I remember when I gave you this." And then he literally just gave it to the person next to him. And it was like, "Here, take this. I don't want it anymore." And I was like...
Oh, really?
It was so rude.
I would have
like,
bitch slapped him.
I know, I practically did, but that would be very violent, even though I really wanted to. Don't get me started on that. No. That was really bad. And then he wants to get back together.
Just
That's
leave it alone.
Funny. No.
No. That's funny. Did you make that up on yourself? That's a good joke. No.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So much drama.
I know, right? But yeah.
Between all the fights and the breakups and the teachers and stuff and the pregnancies, I think our school is pretty much complete. It's a high school. It's a high school.
That's like...
It's official.
It's like what they have on TV. It's exactly that.
That's exactly what they have on TV. Except there's not more teen pregnancies.
Yeah.
We actually do have a few in our school, but
We do?
we do.
I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah,
Unless
we
they're
have
like
a
really
girl
early.
who's going on to her second child.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
With the same guy or a different guy?
Different guy.
Oh my god, those are like the stupidest girls I've ever met.
I
Like,
know.
if it was a mistake before, it's a mistake now. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely something. But yeah, and she's not the only person. There's a few more. I actually know one girl who just got pregnant, and so now she's gonna have to face it, and she's in our grade.
Oh my god, are you kidding? A ninth
She's
grader?
in our grade.
Oh my god, where's this world going to?
I don't know.
Can we please just, like, have a birth control class or something?
We should. They should give it out, like, free. Like, in our school, they should just have, like, a box of condoms and outside, like, the nurse's office, be like, take one or two.
My old school had that. They had condoms in a box or tampons or pads or something. And if you needed a birth control pill, they had them in the nurse's office. So it's not like you couldn't have gotten something from the school.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. I just don't understand.
The school that we go to now does not have that.
Mm-mm.
Which they're supposed to be all high tech, up to date, the quote unquote rich school.
Yeah.
And they don't even supply any of that stuff. Like we're high schoolers, we're teenagers. We're gonna be experimenting. You know what I mean?
We're gonna frickle frat. Have you
Yeah,
heard
hold on
that?
a second. I borrowed a Redbox TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought it over to my friend's house, and we were watching movies and stuff, and I ended up getting sick at her house, which really sucked. And it was so embarrassing. But yeah, and now we can't find the movie. And each store that you have it, you have to pay for it.
Oh, God.
So we're trying to get it back, and she hasn't responded to any of my texts or anything.
Oh. I haven't been to a sleepover in a few months. Like,
Oh, this was not a sleepover.
oh, it wasn't?
Because I got sick. So
Oh, so, well, yeah, you went home, but you're going to a sleepover, so, I mean, there was a little bit of a significance.
Yes, there was.
So, I had to, oh my gosh, we're just gonna keep talking. I just might as well keep talking with you. I had to take out all of my games, all my Sims 3 games, and reload them. I'm still reloading them.
Are you serious?
That's why I keep looking at my screen, because I'm reloading them as I'm doing this.
Oh, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Are you not gonna have like your saved data before? Like, is it gonna go away?
Yeah, everything that's on my channel, this is also for you people listening, everything on my channel is deleted. Yeah.
Oh my god, I would cry.
I did. I had a cry fest for about 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
Like, I had
that's hard
just
work.
finished a house and a half, and like I was like, oh my god, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, it was supposed to come out yesterday. Everybody's like, where is it? Where's the house? Where's the house? You're lying to us. Like, where's the house? That's why I wanted to do this podcast as soon as possible, but that didn't happen because of the super.
Oh my god. So how long is it gonna take for it to get back on your computer?
Well, I'm downloading, I should say, each game, and each game takes about maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
It's not too, but when you have like 20 games, it's pretty
That's
long.
bad.
Yeah, it's pretty long. Like, I think it's about 20 games.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
So what do you have? You have Sims 3.
Sims 3, SimCity. What else do I have? I forget. I have the live stream stuff too. That's pretty much it.
I'm excited for Sims 4.
I know, right?
You got me excited for it.
I know. Did you go look for it?
I did. I actually did look it up.
I have pre-ordered mine already.
How much is it?
It's expensive, but it's the base game. It's $69 if you want the premium, but it's $59 if you just want the regular limited edition.
What's the difference between the limited and the premium?
More content, I guess, in the premium than the limited. I don't know what they're doing with The Sims 4 right now. Like, they don't have a website out for it yet, so I mean, I don't think they would have store content already.
Right.
You know, so.
So you can download it. Can you download it to like a MacBook Air?
Mm-hmm. You what you do is you get Origin, and you can buy it on Origin, and then when it comes out, it'll show up in your games folder, and that you can just download it from there, or you can have it sent to your house.
That's pretty cool.
I usually want to have it sent to my house because, like, I like the physical copies. Like, I have all the physical copies of The Sims 3, except for World Adventures and other things, other ones. Like, I have a full pile. See, like, these are all Sims games.
Oh my god.
And I have a whole other pile just as thick in my drawer. You guys can't see, haha.
It is a lot.
It's a lot, I promise. Well, we're coming up on an hour. And we'll probably keep talking anyway, so I'm just going to end the podcast here. Thank you, Cassie.
Sure.
So much. I had so much fun. Everybody out there, be kind to one another. Simmers are out. Pieces.